Hello and welcome to another video on TCGplayer.com. My name is Steve Rubin here with Josh Arter-Layton's blue-black deck from the World Championships. Interesting hand on the draw. This hand, I think, is a keep because I do have a turn 2 interaction into a search. I think definitely on the play it'd be a keep, but mulliganing, I don't really know what I'm looking for. I do have 4 cycle lands in my deck that if I hit. The problem with this hand is I think that actually I'm inclined to mulligan this hand just because I think a 6 is going to be much better against Teamer or Mono Red. Like Mono Red, this hand is just going to fold. And against Teamer, like I'm just dead to a Long Tusk Cub. I'm dead. Not quite dead to like a Bristling Hydra draw, but I guess this hand's actually fine against Teamer. Like if he's got a Long Tusk Cub, I might lose to it, but they only have Long Tusk Cub about, like whatever, 42% of the time on the play on the keep. So it's a pretty tough hand. I think like if I'm playing a Control Mirror though, this hand is actually great because I just have a turn 2 search, which is like one of the most relevant things to do in game 1. So I'm going to experiment with a keep here. Part of playtesting a deck, and I'm playtesting this deck to maybe play at Nationals, is I'm interested in playing enough games and enough situations where I get to know like what mulligans are keeps, what hands are not keeps. Interesting. We're playing against some sort of Thematic Compass deck. So I have a turn 2 search, which is nice. This is kind of a huge value train. Luckily, this flipping is not really scary for me whatsoever. Okay, there's a Gideon. I do have the Vraska's Contempt for that. And I am scrying every turn now. Fetid Pool's in my graveyard. Where do I get to look at this? I guess I don't get to look at it. That's funny. Yeah, no reason not to put it in the graveyard. Like, I have plenty of lands. So I could play this to thin. Is this indestructible? Yeah, I can't even Fatal Push that. I think I'll still save the wilds in case I draw Fatal Push. It's kind of a situation where I don't really know what's in my opponent's deck, and the deck thinning is so minimal that it's fine. If I had more cards in my graveyard, then maybe I'd play this. I could maybe get punished if I draw like multiple Evolving Wilds in a row. And then my Azcanta is not going to flip as soon. But in the same vein, like, I feel as if I'm drawing multiple Evolving Wilds in a row, I'm probably going to lose. So I think it's actually fine to sandbag. Get some weird red-white control deck. Alright, well the search is kind of getting us out of this. I'm just going to play land. I don't really want to tap out. He's going to activate Compass end of turn. I think we just Vraska's Contempt the Gideon. We're in a situation where it's just going to deal us 4 every turn. Yeah, it taps me out. I could wait till end of turn, but I think like the 4-point life swing might be pretty relevant. I have no other removal spell. So yeah, let's take 4. I've actually decided to take 4. I don't really know what big scary card he could play, but because I have the Censor now, I could counter, like, if he's got the red-white Planeswalker or something. And yeah, like, he had nothing, which is pretty likely to happen, I feel like, based on how he's played this game. But, so it's like, oh, that's silly, why didn't you, just put Censor in the graveyard? Why didn't you do that right away? I think it's just safer when I have no other removal to try to counter it, because I could Censor 5-drop or Essence Scatter any creature, and my life total is not underneath that much pressure. So I can flip this next turn if he plays something into Essence Scatter, plus my Evolving Wilds, and I think I'll just put the Censor in the graveyard. I'd rather draw an actual like draw spell or disallow or something right away without having to like cycle into it. So 2 Censors in a row. Okay, well we can flip the search now even if he does nothing. So I feel pretty good. I imagine that he's just got some sort of removal spells in his hand. This is kind of a joke. This is one of those, like, you build these cool mid-range decks, and you just get really punished by control decks you can never win. Especially in testing, I fall into this trap a lot. And it's been a while since control has actually really been that great, so I think I'm going to fetch first. I think these sensors are pretty dead as long as he's got the compass going. And this way, I can actually keep the card on top if I want, because I have 7 in my bin. Really just looking for disallow. Like, I don't really know what my opponent's up to. Gearhulk's reasonable. Put Field of Ruin into the graveyard. It does deal with the Spire. But I imagine he's got a lot of removal in his hand. This is actually going to be an interesting game because I'm potentially worried that I will deck. I think I'm so far ahead, I'm actually going to keep it. I'm like a little bit worried about decking potentially if he's got a ton of removal, like Braids and cast outs and stuff. I can also just keep activating this until I have a million counter spells in my hand. But yeah, let's keep it. I think it's fine. I think it's completely fine. Because if I'm going to win through a Gearhulk, then, you know, I can't do that with the compass in play, and I eventually need to set it up so I can, like, play the Gearhulk with counter magic back up. So we're just going to pass. So this triggers on instep. I have enough mana to activate this and also blow up the land. It's possible I don't want to blow up the land right away because it thins his deck out. And I've got a lot more card selection than him. So it's kind of a situation where I don't really want to thin his deck out. But also, like, how many basics are in his deck? I suppose we start with the Azcanta. Another thing is you could have another compass. And then in that case I should just putting a Scarab God on the bottom, so we should try to shuffle that. This allows a nice pickup though. So anyway, I'm not gonna blow this up because you could have another compass or whatever. It's actually gonna be a weird game. Kind of really wish I had like one duress in my main deck or something, so I could like try to get this Gearhulk in. Because I'm really worried that he's got a bunch of cast outs, which means I think this game literally might take forever. Because I'm going to need to just basically play all my lands. Let's just disallow that. This is actually fine. I was actually a little bit worried that he might just cast nothing forever. And then I had this Azcanta going, but I'm on like max cards. I mean, it's not really that much of a warranted worry. But he made his land drop. Just gonna take the search. I don't think Fatal Push is gonna be that good against this guy. And the search is nice because it'll just allow me to find Scarab God. Still have to be a little bit careful about decking here. I'm not too worried, but I really wish I had like one duress in my deck so I could like find it and just see what his hand is. Because if his hand is just like cast out, fumigate, like a braid, it's gonna be kind of interesting. I could actually spew a Gearhulk to counter this. I think that I have so much card advantage that I can afford to let him like cast out the first Gearhulk, especially because I want to get cards out of my hand because I'm going to be discarding soon. And I have 2 more Gearhulks, so I am just going to counter this. Even though, like I said, I think the only way I lose is by decking. I think that this, just denying him 2 cards, is probably worth it. Even though he's got so many bricks in his deck. It's kind of weird. But that way I don't have to discard with my Azcanta. And I'm looking for another Scarab God. Very likely this is going to get abraded or fumigated or something. Oh, he's going to resolve Sunburn's Invocation. I think, yeah, it's punishing me, but untapping with this Gearhulk is pretty nice, I think. Because I can actually just kill him. Put Essence Scatter into the graveyard, sure. No, don't transform. I guess I didn't really think about it, but you can, like, activate one on your upkeep and then transform the other one. Yeah, so I got punished for tapping out, because this thing might just ranch me. That's pretty embarrassing. I have no way of getting rid of that, unfortunately. But he's down to 3 cards, and I have the search going. My hand actually is a bit medium. Yeah, I just wasn't thinking about Sunburn's Invocation. But if he hits another removal spell here, getting into the trials. I mean, I guess I look, because if I hit disallow, I can disallow the fumigate. And then I can just attack the gate. Like, he'll shut this down, but I can Vraska's Contempt it, rather. So yeah, actually this, even though he's got the Sunbirds down, I think it's scary, but it's not that scary. Because I've got double Azcanta or whatever. And it's really expensive spells, like Abrades and Spot Removal aren't really that good with the Sunbirds. It's a cast out. What did he hit? Hit a Magma Spray. Oh, he hit a Chandra? Yeah, we might lose this, actually. Oh, he's going to kill this? Wow, that is a super greedy play. Settle the Wreckage, okay. I'm at 12, which, you know, I should watch my life total, but this is kind of scary if he's got direct burn, like a Lightning Strike or something in his deck. Drawing another Disallow there is pretty nice. I think what I do is I Vraska's Contempt the Gideon. Because it shuts off my Gearhulk. I just pass. Another Compass would be pretty annoying. I guess I have Disallow. Yeah, don't love where this is going. Me tapping out was just, I just forgot about Sunbird's Invocation or whatever. Yeah, so that's game. If he hits another one. Where are the, oh, okay. Looks like he missed. That's why you never counter cards like Tormenting Voice or Glimmer or whatever. It's always better to just wait for the better card. Just through a game. This is going to go 7 cards deep, which he can, like, mill to. He's got the Chandra. Oh, if it was cast from your hand. So that actually isn't a Wombo. So I guess I just counter the cast out. So as I thought this would be a great matchup for me, it's kind of a situation where, like, it's actually a great matchup for my opponent because I feel like my removal are just completely dead, but his removal are actually not terrible because he can, like, cycle cast out. Okay, I'm just dead because he's going to hit the other approach before I can kill him. So we'll go to game 2. He got us. He fooled us. It happens. I'm not gonna say that I'm, like, immune to being fooled. I think I want to cut all the Essence Scatters and all the Essence Extractions and all the Fatal Pushes. And I want Treasure Map, Bloodfast, and this land. Looks pretty good. Actually, I don't have a card to put in, which is kind of funny. I think from normal control mirrors, I guess I could play the Vizier and try to copy Gearhulk with it. It's better than all these other cards, so we'll run this. I'm really hoping that I show him who's boss in these next 2 games. After I got kind of womboed there. Okay, we have a turn 2 search. It's pretty nice. Since I don't have any fatal pushes in my deck or whatever, we're just going to fetch right away. Get an island. The Stone Quarry is back. So actually, he does have cast out, but hopefully we can race with the search. Another Compass would be annoying. Compass was like good for him last game. It just drew him a million cards, or drew him a million lands. No, we'll draw that. I think I need to hold up Disallow for a for Gideon here. So I have double Disallow. Next turn I can go Evolving Wilds. If he does nothing, I can just cycle. I have a Disallow for a cast out too. Really want to just get my search online as fast as possible so he can't cast out me. So, yeah, I was going to say pretty much anything that's not like a counterspell, I'm going to bottom. That's interesting. So if I duress him right now, I could actually disallow. What disallows card number? So duress him 4 cards, Evolving Wilds 5 cards. Upkeep trigger on the stack. I can cycle Fetid Pools. Yeah, let's fire the duress and see where we're at. Looks like he actually did board in creatures, which is a bit unfortunate. I could take the Tormenting Voice here, because if he doesn't draw a land, like if he draws a land, like he doesn't have that many red sources, right? I guess he does have the Field of Ruin this game, so flipping the search right away isn't that big. This could be the same trick as last game, where like if I take the it's just like his mana is just so bad right now. I think I'm just gonna take the Tormenting Voice. I don't think there are that many cards that he can draw that let him cast the Chandra. Like how many mountains does he have? Like maybe like 6 at the maximum. He's got like Stone Cores and Inspiring Vantage. Like he drew a mountain, but it's not the end of the world, right? Like I'm still alive here. So I think upkeep I'm gonna cycle. Just flip this so he can't cast out it. Like he does have the Field of Ruin, but it takes his turn. Hieroglyph of Blue Nation. Yeah. And then we draw. I'm getting a little flooded. He did draw the mountain, which, you know, if I would have dressed the Chandra, obviously we'd be in much better shape. But like weirdly enough, he just loses so badly if he doesn't draw the right land there, because he can just all he can do is cycle cast out or whatever. So I think that it's fine. Like he hit his like whatever 6 out. I mean maybe he's got more than 6 mountains, but I mean, he's got Field of Ruins and Stone Quarries and Inspiring Vantages and maybe even some Cycle lands, so really looking to draw like a Gearhulk or something. Does it? I guess I just play my Evolving Wilds. And yeah, we got his Field of Ruins, so if we draw a search, we're kind of doing it as well. Like, ripping the Disallow was nice. Really could use a card draw spell or a Gearhulk. He's cycling that, so he drew a land? Or he's being greedy? I'm gonna say, actually, like, the Glorybringer is scary, but, he's cycling both? I really like that. Now if I draw a Scarab God, I'm just really in it. And actually, thinning his deck out of lands doesn't sound like that bad of an idea. Though he's got Compass. Cutting him off triple white, I don't think really does anything, though. So I'm going to hold the Field of Ruin for, like, Compass or whatever. Yeah, just getting flooded out. I mean, I did side up to 27 lands. This is going to be a tough game to win because his hand is just a bunch of, like, heavy-hitting spells. Tormenting Voice discarding Sunbirds. Yeah. I'm going to learn my lesson from last time. Not to counter that. So I'm getting to so many lands that, like... I was going to say I could activate Scarab God, but then I remember that there's actually no creatures in the graveyards. Frost's Contempt is good. That means I can just let the Glorybringer resolve. Still looking for that Gearhulk, though. Yeah, we'll disallow. Well, you could have a Sunbirds. No, I just have to disallow this. Hope to draw. I could Field of Ruin to thin my deck, but... Oh shit, did I just give away added sensor? I think the thinning is still minimal. Want to keep the sensor because I'm pretty sure, like, if he plays a Glorybringer here without playing a land, it's just better to censor it. And also, this protects me from Sunbirds. Yeah. This is actually really nice because now I get a Glorybringer in the graveyard. So drawing one of my 2 Scarab Gods is going to do a ton of damage. Okay, disallow's good. I have a lot of good draws here. Like, obviously, he's... 1-for-1s are kind of weird. So I need Essence Scatter for the next game. 1-for-1s are weird because he's got so many more cards than me, but if I draw one of my, like... If I draw one of my threats, I, like, get way ahead, right? Because I can do 2 things in 1 turn. I'm glad I got that Regal Caracal, actually. Countered. Because that would be annoying. Ugh, he fucking hit a Compass. Alright, well I'm glad I kept these Field of Ruins, I suppose. That is super gross. Because that just gives him lands to get out of this mess. Gearhulk? Okay, search. That's actually maybe better than a Gearhulk. Probably not better. Because Gearhulk is just like the hotness. But yeah. Oh, he's got a 3rd cast out. Sure. Not the end of the world. He didn't search for a land, so he drew a land? No. He's waiting on the Compass. Okay. This doesn't really matter. Ooh. Okay. Sunbirds, yeah. It's probably game. But there's not really much I can do. Other than draw. Duress, maybe hit something big. Hazoret. Braid, Voice, cast out, Hazoret. Okay. Braid, Voice, cast out, Hazoret. Oh, he discarded the cast out. Alright, I like that he keeps discarding these cast outs. That's all 4 cast outs. And he exiled oh, this goes to the bottom. Okay, he put an approach on the bottom. I guess he's just gonna shuffle or whatever. Sure. I cannot tell like what he revealed. Another approach and lands. So I don't want him to shuffle actually, so I'm not gonna crack the Field of Ruin. Though I was going to. 2 approaches on the bottom. Does the shuffling that matter? Like he put 3 lands on the bottom as well. I mean, I'm gonna have to do this eventually. But the 2 approaches, yeah, I just don't want to shuffle those 2 approaches back in. Because with a good draw here, I can actually get back in this. Well, that's a good draw. That's what I needed. If I would have drawn that several turns ago, I think I would have iced the game or whatever. Tormenting Voice. And that's actually nice because I can, like, just block the Hazard, I'm pretty sure. Nothing can go wrong there. If he, like, throws multiple lands at me or whatever. So he still has an Abrade in his hand. It's a Chandra. Oh, let that trigger and into a Gideon. Okay. I think this is actually fine. I just let everything resolve. Because I'm pretty sure I need to Gear Hulk. Adding mana? Okay. I think I need to Gear Hulk into drawing cards. To Glorybringer? Okay, trigger resolves. Into a Sweltering Suns? That doesn't do anything. Oh, into a Regal Caracal. So I'm pretty sure I have to counter that, the Regal Caracal. If I counter the Regal Caracal with Disallow, he gets the plus on my Gear Hulk. I don't have a Wrath in my deck right now. Like, I need to contempt this, obviously. I kind of need to draw into Scarab God. I think I could actually win if I draw into Scarab God. So I think the play is actually to, like, Gear Hulk into drawing cards. If I draw, like, a Censor or Disallow, I can actually... Because the cats are going to, like, block me anyway. Like, I didn't necessarily want to... Didn't necessarily want to... I just forgot what I was saying, honestly. I didn't want to play the Gear Hulk so he could plus with the Gideon. So I could, like, ambush it. But the Regal Caracal just blocks so well that I think it's worth the draw here. Because if I spike a counterspell, like a Censor, yeah, that's so good for me. Can cast on the Caracal. Which is great, because now, like, I've got the Wrath of Contempt. I just need to draw a Scarab God. I actually am going to field now, just because it uses my mana efficiently, and I need to kill this. One of my best draws, Gear Hulk. Because I have Gear Hulk +1 activation, which gives me, like, a Glorybringer back, which kind of hopefully cascades from there. But yeah, it's just gotta be a Scarab God right now. Another Gear Hulk could be okay. I only have 3 basics left. I need to be a little bit careful with these other 2 Field of Ruins. He could actually untap the Glorybringer, but I think he's gonna plus on this. Yeah, sure. Scarab God, Scarab God. Evolving Wilds. Actually, somehow still not dead. Though, is his last card a Braid, or did he discard it? I honestly, it's like this is just a mess on Moto. Need to keep better track. I guess I'll use my Evolving Wilds because I only have 2 lands left. The question is, what do I want to contempt and when? He can kill my Gear Hulk with Glorybringer plus Chandra. Hazard is just like whatevs. Let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I should be able to double activate Scarab God if I draw it next turn. So I need to play as if I'm going to draw Scarab God next turn. So I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to just kill the Chandra. Especially because it gives him 2 cards a turn if he wants. which just like kind of is going to do me in. But it's got to be Scarab God. And if I do draw it, he's got no cast outs left in his deck. So I think, I mean, I honestly think that if I draw it, I'm just going to, well, I guess I can't say I'm going to win on the spot because he's got he's got Approach a Second Sons in his deck. But he hasn't resolved one yet, so it's like, I don't know. Because I'll get a Regal Caracal and I'll get a Glorybringer. Wait, he's got another, dude, this is just, I really am not keeping track of these apparently. He cycled 2. And he put one on the bottom. Oh, but he shuffled his deck. Okay. Yeah. For some reason, I was thinking like this was in the graveyard. That's actually fine. It's actually like weirdly great for me, I think. Because now, like obviously I don't want him to draw that, whatever. But now if I do draw Scarab God, he literally has no outs to it. And if he attacks with this, then I get to kill it with Glorybringer. So yeah, I think Scarab got his game here. Should I use my other Field of Ruin to thin my deck? I just shuffled. Also, he might be out of basics. I don't think he is. But if I use it, any Evolving Wilds is dead. Post Scarab God, but it's just so important for me to draw Scarab God now. That will do it because it's just game. Well, I guess actually... No, I can... It's not game, but I can't attack with the Glorybringer because I need to block his Glorybringer, weirdly enough. So yeah, if he draws... Well, we'll see if we draw the Scarab God or not. Glimmer. Yeah, it's probably not going to do it. Yeah. Frost's Contempt is nice. It's just so unfortunate that this stupid Hazoret can dome me for 2. Sure, I can cast both. Scarab God and Vraska's Contempt. Glorybringer, yeah, actually this keeps me alive. Right? Oh, right. Go to 6. Play the Scarab God. There isn't anything, right? The Gearhulk's exiled, which is super unfortunate. If it wasn't exiled, that would be. So I'm dead. Oh, I only have 4 minutes left? When did that happen? I think I just have to exile this. If I exile the Hazoret, maybe that's better. You can just attack and exert. My guy dies anyway. Yeah. Oh, what? I'm gonna kill the flyer that I can't block. That way, yeah, I have to chump next turn. But I just get this back. It doesn't really matter. Hopefully he just draws a land. I didn't even notice if he got a basic or not off that Stone Quarry. I think I'm gonna time out. That's kind of unfortunate. If I stop talking, I could actually maybe do this. Because I think that I'm gonna like win this game real quick. If I get to untap here. Because I can have Regal Caracal. I mean, I guess this bounces to my hand, but like I said before, it doesn't really matter that much. It's a God War. My God is better. Oh, he just drew a 5-drop, a 6-drop. Oh God, he doesn't have any cast outs. Cataclysmic Gearhulk. Isn't that really good for me? Oh, it's Combustible Gearhulk. Shit. I thought it was the white Gearhulk. Let him draw 3 cards. Pretty likely dead if I flip. So yeah, sure, I'll let you draw 3 cards. Now I have to block the Hazoret. Yeah, maybe I should just spin the wheel. Because he's got the Sunbirds. Yeah, this is just gross. Oh, but he can't attack with the Hazoret. He can't attack with it. He should have attacked with this first. Wow, that was a huge punt. But yeah, he doesn't get punished, obviously. What did he just play? Just can't. Oh, he just domed me with this. He drew a land. So actually he didn't get that. He didn't get like that lucky or whatever. That was just a reasonable circumstance. So I'm just dead, right? Did I just punt that? I had to just let this hit me. I think what I did was just suicide. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm dead, right? Get back, Glorybringer, kill that. This is indestructible. Yeah. Good beats.